All right, guys, I'm here with Kiko Loureiro, guitar player, a red belt in guitar. For those that doesn't know who he is, okay? Red belt is the top guy in jiu-jitsu.
Thank you very much for that. My name is Kiko. I play in Megadeth. We're here backstage. I have a show in a few hours, and we're taking the time to do this interview here in English. We're both Brazilians,
yeah.
But you know.
So please forgive me. My English is broken, but I put subtitles right here, okay? And Kiko, thanks so much for doing this, okay? So first question. For some of you guys know, Kiko started doing jiu-jitsu now.
Well, let me explain this first. We did what, 4 or 5 lessons?
Like kind of 6.
Five. Yeah. Right. So during the tour, Reg is here with us, and then the mat. Actually, you guys cannot see, but we have the mat right there. We brought a mat. We went to your.
Yeah, we went to the school right there.
To the school first, and he gave me like the little thing.
Little thing, yes.
So for me to be addicted, but actually on tour is great. So we did in a parking lot once, and sometimes inside the dressing rooms here. We did once just by outside the dressing room as well.
Just move the couches, everything, and
find a place.
Kind of breaking everything. But my question is, let me ask you. My question is, how was you about taking your first class? Did you feel like intimidating, like scary, like how was it?
Well, first he was telling me not to be afraid of the jiu-jitsu, and kind of we went back to the times where jiu-jitsu started to be well known in Brazil. So that was like mid-90s kind of, and then I always had this like, this is a fight thing for the guys that wants to fight in the street. I have this image, because I think in the past,
yes,
that that there's something that there's specific kind of guys that were doing jiu-jitsu. So I never got into it, but then he said no, it's nothing like that, and you should try it. You're gonna like it. And then I remember some friends telling me, it's like, I love jiu-jitsu because you have to think, it's great for musicians. Also, I'm a guitar player, so I'm very scared about my fingers, my arms. I already had some tendinitis, so I'm very conscious about doing any sports actually. So I like going to the gym and running a bit, because I know it's the safest place in a way, right? You have more control, you're doing by yourself. So the jiu-jitsu was always a thing for me. I was a bit scared, but actually, so the first lesson, and then I learned here with you, and then now talking to other jiu-jitsu guys here, like Matt, and always train with a black belt.
Highest rank.
Yeah, because you can, it's safe like that. If you can. I mean, in my case, that I'm a guitarist, not only the fact that I'm a guitarist, but we are on tour. So in a few hours, I have to be on stage. So I cannot, I cannot get hurt or somehow. Otherwise, that's my job. So if I would be not on tour, I would maybe take bit more risk, because I would have days to recover, but now there's few hours to recover, so I'm always conscious about it.
Risk zero damage.
Awesome. So the first lesson was amazing, because it was
so it kind of like change your mind a little bit what this was.
Yes, and then it's like a very, very interesting thing to discover what your body and mind can do, and
your body is able to do it, and what is it not able to do yet. Your brain is not ready. It's cool. It's like I was just telling, like he's teaching me guitar. He gave me some tips and hints, and sometimes I give him like a payback type. What? Let me show you something. You see now, and then we understand each other. It's pretty awesome. Okay. So Kiko, now comes the second question. Like somebody was asking me, what was the thing that amazed me the most being a tour, and about you guys, about the musicians, about the music business. And for me, it was the professionalism. All of them very professional, and then also I would say 99, most of them are very athletic. Okay, they eat healthy, they exercise. Most of them, of course, we have exceptions in everywhere, right? But for me, what the thing that amazes me the most. And how do you deal with that? Like with the eat, rest, and repeat.
Eat, rest, and repeat.
That's what you say in jiu-jitsu. Yeah, you got eat, rest, repeat.
Eat, rest, and fight.
Yeah, that's the
Okay.
the repeat,
Yeah, the repeat.
the drill thing.
So okay, yeah. So people don't understand, but being a musician, and I learned that in a hard way, because I was touring and then I started having some pains, and then I went to the doctor. Then I had the chance to meet a doctor. We were like in Brazil during the Olympic Games, and then in the same hotel there were some doctors and from the Mexican team, and then the guy said, "Man, you guys are athletes. You have to go to sports doctors, because we're going on stage almost every night, 4-5 nights a week. We're traveling in different cities. We're traveling a lot. We're not."
Let me just add something, guys.
It's
This
like 10 pounds.
weighs like 10 pounds, okay? So you know. All right, go ahead.
Yeah, so like a 10 pounds. It's not heavy, but you stay there like for 70 minutes. I mean, it depends on you, but I move quite a lot on stage, and so it's like jogging for an hour with a 10 pounds guitar, holding that, and you do like different movements, and there's a lot of strength here on the to do the bends. The guitar strings are pretty heavy, so, and you have all the energy and the music, the whole environment. So you give everything you have, right, for that 60 minutes, sometimes 90 minutes. So if you keep doing this almost every night and traveling in between, and we have a lot of activities like signing or meet and greet or sound check, so there's no other way. If you're not fit, you will collapse.
You have to.
You have to somehow. It's not like it's not like a jiu-jitsu competition, of course, but you have to have a certain level of fitness. Otherwise, you start, mentally you're gonna be like. So yeah, have to eat healthy, because if you eat heavy stuff, at least before the show, you have to be
like an hour before, like
an hour and a half before. For me, I can. Yeah, the Dirk, the drummer, he doesn't like eating like maybe 2 hours before, or even more than that. Yeah, and of course we have a bad habit that's a like musician habit, that we eat after the show. I think it's a bad habit when the show is very late now.
I don't think it's a bad habit.
So I think
after work out, I like to eat too.
So yeah, it's like midnight we're eating, because but yeah. Anyways, but then we don't wake up that early. So because we are like, our full attention, our full energy is at 10 p.m. So it is a late game, right?
Yeah.
And we have to be fit. You have to do some. I like running. I like jumping. I think helps for me as well. So now I'm discovering the jiu-jitsu, to have the full body strength, and then going to the gym, So the running thing I started because different cities are a good way to discover the neighborhood, discover a park or something cool in the city. Just run by a river. Like in the first city of the tour, we were in Austin. There was a beautiful river there, and then there was another city that were by the Mississippi River. So it's cool to run by the Mississippi River. So you just discover stuff, So that's
you remember all those cities. It's cool.
Yeah.
I don't know where I am right now. I'm lost.
Yeah, we're close to Detroit. So it's a cool thing. Sometimes you just run around in the parking lot, because you're in the middle of nowhere. But yeah, I learned another thing, like the sleeping part. We were sleeping in the bus, sometimes in the hotel, sometimes in the bus. It's pretty comfortable, but it's still like a moving thing. Yeah. So it's not
shaking.
It's never like it's noisy. It's a vehicle, so it's never like your own bed.
I can't sleep in the bus.
Yeah, you're not. Really? Yeah, I can. But it's because it's for your first tour.
Yeah,
I'm used to that now, but it's not as a real bed. It's like.
No, yeah. Some guys, I don't want to mention, they sleep like 10 hours.
Yeah, I do.
10 hours, just 10 hours?
10 hours sometimes, yeah. Dark
good.
sleeps, but we are conscious about this because then we want to be fresh for the concert, you know.
Yeah.
That's is the recovery time, you know.
Like I said, very professional. They're thinking about the performance, you know, eating
Yeah.
well, resting to give the guys defend
Yeah.
the best. That's,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool. It's completely
Different than the
from my
image.
head in my head. you
Yeah, the
know?
image like, oh, the guy's gonna be drinking,
Yeah,
using drugs,
party,
and
yeah.
party. I think back in the days was like that a lot. Maybe some guys still do like that,
Mhm.
but then you have to use like substances and stuff to keep
Yeah, I
to
think
keep
you won't
away.
survive too
So
long, right?
I think the new generation, I guess, got to the other side. Now we see a lot of vegan guys, vegetarian guys, you know, like very healthy, very conscious about it. Because also another thing that is very important is mentally is very demanding, because you have to remember all the songs, the solos, all the notes, positions on stage, thinking about, because a performance is different than, so in music, and think if there's a connection with jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
You have practice, have playing, that's the way I think, right? Practice, play, and performance. When you practice would be the drill.
The drill.
So you just focus on in a specific technique,
Mhm.
and you practice and repeat, and then you learn that technique. And then you learn different techniques, different situations. Then when you play,
They all come together.
will, yeah. And then you practice so much that when you play, those techniques will be natural.
Become like a muscle memory. You just
Yeah,
go
you
for
just
it,
do,
right?
and then you be creative to find your way out. So I think it's
It's the same.
It's the same.
It's the
So,
same thing.
so when you're improvising a solo or creating music, you find your flow moment because you did the drills. You know, you did practice. So you have the technique, you have your fingers move, and then you don't think anymore. So that's the ultimate level of knowledge when you don't think anymore, but you're able to do it and combine those things. But then when you're in a performance, you're playing, so you have all that, plus the input from the environment. So I have to play 100% correct, and I have the lights, I have the audience doing signs, maybe I see a guy with a cool shirt, maybe the sound's not really working, and then I have to see who's walking behind me.
side.
So, and then at the same time I'm playing the whole thing.
Wow.
You know, so that's a performance because you
Now-
have other stuff going on. So it's maybe like a competition would be, you
Yeah,
have to think
same
all the
thing.
stuff.
Next competition, you don't think. If you think, you lose.
But then you have more stuff.
Muscle memory,
you,
yes.
you may have the audience,
Ah.
you have the judge, you have all the noises.
You have to deal with the timing.
Exactly.
The time, the referee, the noise around you.
Exactly.
Everything.
So you have a new other stuff that normally when you're at home playing, you don't have it. Right?
Comfortable.
Or when you're at school, you don't have that. So that's the performance. And then you have the performance, as people know, that the body language, the whole thing, because you're doing a show. So it's much more
So
than
I
that.
never thought there was.
Like the faces. So basically, like difficult stuff, you need to look that it's easy, and the easy stuff you have to look that it's difficult.
hard.
Yeah, you know.
that's pretty cool. Man, we're almost done. Actually, I just have another question. That do you, when you do something, you try to be the best at it, or you just try for fun? Like how are you? Like what's in general? Like
Yeah, but I started playing when I was a teenager, right? So
that's not my question. Okay, that's gonna lead to the question. Okay.
to think to do the best. I think I had that sort of a competition, thing somehow.
Competition thing with you inside you.
I
with
think
yourself?
it was more with myself than with others. I think with others, I always respected everybody and I always praised for the talent of other people. But my way was like, how can I be different also? Because, and I think in any place, I don't know, in martial arts in general, but in arts, so it's a martial art, so I believe it would fit.
Yeah.
So in arts, it's not about being the best. It's about being different, right? If you have, I don't know if you can put this in fighting, you know, but in art, the fastest guy, it doesn't mean he's the best.
Yeah.
The best is the guy that is unique. That is a different technique, a different style, is saying something that connects with the other people and is different somehow. So let's say Bob Marley was not the best singer. Bob Marley was a guitarist, was not the best guitarist, but he's an icon to that specific crowd, and he even created a style of music called reggae, right? And he became this icon because he was unique in his own way. And then he can go to any artist that you like, that you know, famous guy. Always they have something unique that is normally comes from inside, mixing whatever where you come from, and I think maybe I don't know much about Brazilian Jiu Jitsu. Just the fact is Brazilian Jiu Jitsu is not only Jiu Jitsu, it's mixing something from Brazil. I don't know much about Jiu Jitsu to do this comparison, but it's something from Brazil that is mixing all the stuff and become a unique thing, and that's why I think it's so famous, the Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, because the combination, whatever it is from Brazil, right, that brought from Brazil, the Brazilian way, with something that came from other places. It's like the Brazilian music is a mixture of the native music, African music, and then European music, and then we created our own music, style, like our own style. But then this goes to every artist. So if you know that, so how can you be great, like really good, and in the performance, and also think something special the way you present your stuff, that you can be unique and find your place among such great
I think it's
players.
almost the same thing in martial arts, but also martial arts we try to be better, but than ourselves, than where I was yesterday. I can't compare myself with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't say I'm better than Kiko. I'm not gonna say that. I'm gonna say that I'm better than where I was, I was yesterday.
Yes.
And then,
but then you have the competition, and then you have the points and stuff. Then you can really measure.
Competition is just, it's more like to prove yourself. I want to test myself. I want to see where I am right now. Because competition is a lucky thing, you know. It's not like I'm playing because I'm fighting someone. Someone's trying to kill me, and I'm trying to kill softly. Sometimes I win, sometimes I make one mistake and I lose. But the feeling is the same. The feeling is going to stage there, to play to 10,000 people. It's the same thing when you go to compete. When you go to fight, you have 20 people watching you. Sometimes you have 5,000 people watching you. And you have to focus right there.
In a concert like this, it's like you win when you play a good show, that you could nail the notes, and then you felt good transmitting that good feeling to the crowd and do all your moves, all your stuff, and everything went okay. Also, not only for you, for everybody.
Yes.
You know, because it's a teamwork. You know, it's not only about me. I played great, but the drummer did a mistake or something. He doesn't feel good about it. So then was not a good show. So everybody has to feel that, oh, that was a great show. And this is not only the band, it's the crew as well. The light guy, the sound guy, everybody. And then when you feel that was a good show, let's say the one in Los Angeles was a good show, yesterday was a good show, everybody said, today was a good show. And then everybody has this feeling that everything worked, the technical part, smooth, light, sound, the production, everything worked, and we played tight, and then we could transmit that to the audience, and the audience gave back, and then it's a great feeling.
They always give you back like a applause.
Yeah, but sometimes if you do a mistake, they might be giving back, but you don't feel that same because it's like,
inside yourself.
And then
do my best.
Then you don't give back, and then this feedback. So sometimes we're playing on a level that every night is very good, because the crew is everybody's great. It's very professional, as you said. The level is so the 1% better in few nights makes the difference.
Good. So just to now my question, okay?
The
question was, so, man, you're an amazing guitar player. It's not coming from me because, man, from me too, you're amazing. But I don't have a lot of guys to compare to, you know? I'm just saying, man, you with Kiko, man, Kiko's the best. Oh yeah, he's awesome, I know that. But you're the best because you're talented. That's me saying, okay? You're the best because you're talented, gifted, and a lot of hard work. Like you said, you have been practicing since like 14, 13 years old, right? And do you think you're gonna be the best in jiu-jitsu too?
If you're gonna be the best in jiu-jitsu,
No, do you think?
if I think back in the, not now, because it's not gonna be my priority.
I'm not talking about fighting competition. I'm talking about you being better than yourself.
I don't know, I'm just starting, so possibly I will be better than yesterday and worse than tomorrow.
He's being very
Yeah.
humble. He's being
Yeah.
very humble. Yeah.
Because, but like to be really good, I will answer in a different way.
Okay.
If the jiu-jitsu would be my thing when I was 15, I would be a world champion.
But what
Whatever
if
it
I
is.
tell you? What if I tell
Whatever
you?
it is,
What if I tell
I would
you?
be in the whatever the red belt.
What if I tell you right
That's
now?
I can tell you.
What if I tell you right now that you having music as your primary thing, you can still be a world champion? Would you believe me?
I believe
Maybe
you.
not right now, right?
Yeah, I believe you, but I don't know.
Don't know how,
Because,
right?
No, because the priority is now. I have the tour. I have 3 kids, small kids. So I don't know if I want to be, because I know I have to train.
That's everybody's excuse. Okay.
Yeah, the kids are. It is because because and also because I love playing guitar and I love music. So if I have like 3 hours in the day, I would probably, I would train 1 hour. But I know I would train in 1 hour. Whatever, how many times a week necessary to. But I don't know if I would be to that level that you're asking. I think 1 hour a day is not enough.
Hey, maybe I'm not putting right thing, I just want you to think that you're gonna be better tomorrow than you are today in jiu-jitsu. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to say, Kiko, are you gonna be a world champ one day? I'm not gonna say that. I'm not asking that because I know that put a lot of things in your head.
Yeah.
You have no idea what I'm talking to you right now. You have no idea what it is to become a world champ. Sometimes you think it's much harder. And say, you know what? It's not so hard. Maybe I can do this.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I have no idea. So I'm so new, like the.
yeah. But it's awesome.
So I'm new, and so like 5-6 lessons. So like maybe one now, another one now. So, but for sure I will be better. But the main thing is like to anything that you start that is new for you. It's like when I tell, like for you want to learn something, just practice 5 minutes, 10 minutes.
Guitar.
10 minutes, because you don't have the material, the knowledge to be for 2 hours.
Yes.
You don't have it.
It's not your
So
word,
the main thing is like to practice every day. Every day you have to hug the guitar or the bass and have some intimacy every day. And then in the beginning it's 10 minutes. One day you're gonna feel like I need this for half hour. One day you're just gonna be like, oh, I'm playing here for like 2 hours. I didn't feel that. So my goal, if I wanna do the jiu-jitsu, is to feel like I need to go tomorrow again. That's the main thing.
That's good.
Yeah, I need to go there tomorrow again.
That's
I need
good.
to, and then every day you feel like I need this.
And I hope you keep training after the tour. I hope you find a place where you live close by so you can keep practice. Maybe, like I said, my motto is slow and forever.
Exactly.
Once a week, once a month, but then keep going, because just practicing really, you're gonna feel much better. Do you have anything to say to someone that never did jiu-jitsu before and thinking about having a class, his first class, anything?
Go and try. Yeah, for sure. Because I was always seeing jiu-jitsu from a distance, and I never got very interested on that. But the situation that brought us here, I discovered the jiu-jitsu. So just go to any place right close to your house, but Gracie Barra,
Gracie Barra.
school and try. Just do one lesson, and that's it. You have to. It's good for your body. I noticed that it's like quite demanding for your
brain, challenging.
Quite challenging. You feel like really left arm. I don't know. It's like
left arm.
I don't. It's like,
left arm.
Yeah, like that's very good.
All right.
This is very good. Yeah.
All right. We don't have much time. Thank you so
Yes.
much, Kiko.
Thank
now
you.
let's go on the mats. Let's train.
Let's train. Bye.